Hello, this is your disabled combat veteran after 9/11 attack in New York City around here. Michael Commiso and the battle buddies online. Well, as I have a learning disability since from Trenton around here, I was in special education classes my whole life. I have a speech impediment. I have difficult speaking and saying bigger words because I have a speech impediment. So people make fun of me as I was in special education classes. So I think the reason why we moved from Trenton to Mercer is people was making fun of me on the streets because I was in special education classes in Trenton. So my family moved to Mercer as I got in a fight in school with someone, and I thought everybody liked me in school in Trenton. But people make fun of you as there is a corny ass gang outside. So I was 5 years old, moved to Mercer around here, and I think people make fun of you no matter where you are on the streets, not just Trenton. So people made fun of me in Mercer going to school around here because people find out things on the streets. My dad got jumped. He came home one day and my dad's legs was black and blue. His legs got beat up really bad. He got jumped in Trenton. So, as everybody knows, Uncle Leon has a big heart. And I think Uncle Leon got pissed off that my dad got jumped like that in Trenton. And my uncle was a really big dude. As apparently as tight as Mercer as a community in Mercer Township. Me and my brother and my dad witnessed next door they shot a pit bull, a dog, and the dog wasn't doing anything for them to shoot. They shot that dog like 3 or 4 times in the head. And as a kid, we saw that right next door. And I felt, as a kid, that dog did not attack anybody. For that cop to shoot that dog 4 times in the head, that dog didn't attack nobody for them to shoot that dog like the cop did. So I think you did that on purpose, as I think Uncle Leon had a winning lottery ticket as you robbed my dad and you jumped him as a corny gang outside. So since you all found out that I'm a disabled combat veteran after 9/11 attack in New York City, that's why you're extending my court dates around here, because you're trying to rob me and my family again. See, when somebody robs you as like a corny gang outside, they mock you that they robbed me as a family. So I think Uncle Leon got mad when you jumped my dad. And you know how a corny gang outside is. So people make fun of me, and I think people make fun of my dad because my dad can't read and write that well. He can't read that well. And I think my dad has as I have a learning disability, my dad has a learning disability. So when you make fun of my dad, I think Uncle Leon got mad at that. As at my hometown court is making fun of me because I can't read. I can read, but I can't pronounce bigger. I can't. It's harder for me to pronounce bigger words as my. You all know that I have a speech impediment. I have a learning disability. So you all must have found out, as in Trenton, that I have a learning disability in the schools that I went around here, as they had to take me out of Parkway School and put me in Antile School. So I was always like the older kid because I stood back in first grade in Trenton. So I was always like the new kid in all the schools around here. So as people mock you and make fun of you, I think the reason why the people do the things they do around here is you robbed us as Commiso, as a family, and you're mocking me that you robbed me on the streets. That's why kids don't rob, don't steal, because the idiot will keep stealing from the same person, and that person will figure out who robbed you, that us as a person, because they want to mock me on the street. So I think you all sat back home and people stayed around here just to mock me as a soldier back home. That's why you extended the court dates. That's why you did the things you did in the jail cell. I recognize some of the faces at the time. You claimed that I'll be a bad dad one day, as Uncle Leon got killed by a drunk driver in Trenton. And you jumped my dad as a corny gang outside. My dad's legs was cut black and blue. You beat my dad. You jumped. You didn't beat my dad. You jumped my dad. But people treat me like I'm a stupid idiot as a Commiso on the internet. So I didn't get a chance to get to know Uncle Leon because I was a baby and a little kid. So I didn't get the chance to hang with Uncle Leon as everybody else in the family. But the way people talk about Uncle Leon has a really big heart. So I think Uncle Leon got mad when you jumped my dad. And you all got mad at Uncle Leon. And since Uncle Leon is a really big guy, you had to go out of the way to beat him up even worse. Because he's a big guy on the corny gang outside. I had a winning lottery ticket around the corner. And apparently, my landlord won the lottery ticket as I had a missing lottery ticket out of my wallet. I didn't even get a chance to take the lottery ticket to see what I won, while the landlord claimed that they won the lottery ticket. I should have signed the lottery ticket. I didn't know in the hood of Mercer, people are that hard on each other in the hood of Mercer. So I think things are happening on purpose, as they have their lights off across the street for a reason. To mock me and make fun of my dad because he can't read and write. But my family is smarter. Just because my family has a learning disability, my family is a smart family. I think my family does things for a reason. Because the way Uncle Leon got struck in Trenton, we all know that Trenton streets are small. It's hard to pick up speed in Trenton, no matter what car you drive. even on a rainy day. So I don't know everything because nobody tells me everything. Everybody lies about everything around here. But I think the reason why you're extending my dates in court is because how many people does it take to steal a lottery ticket? The whole town. Cops got to be involved when some lottery ticket is stolen. So if I won the jackpot around the corner just to get jumped, and while I got jumped, the other piece of my lottery ticket, because I pick out my numbers. So I picked out my family's birthday dates. And I wrote it down on the slip. My name was on that slip. So you had to take that slip too out of the apartment too, around the corner, as my lottery ticket. As the guy across the street is mocking me, he went like this, pretending he threw something behind his back in the trash and didn't see it, like a golf ball. If you drop a golf ball behind your back, you don't know where it landed. So that's why I got mad at the person across the street, because when I look out the window, they mocking me as they jumped my dad, black and blue, while that dog didn't do shit to get shot that many times. I don't know how many times you have to shoot an animal, but I think one bullet will do it. They overkilled that dog as the cop around here as a kid. So I think people doing the things on purpose, as you stole my lottery ticket. People are irritating me on purpose. I think they was going to kill me when they drove all day. I thought you were supposed to go to court first, but apparently they drove all day while there was something in the back of the seat, as there's two cops. They drove me all around all day before they sent me to whatever. So I believe the person across the street with the lights off was part of the lottery robbery before my winning lottery ticket. I think Uncle Leon had a winning lottery ticket. And we all know how corny the gang is outside. A gang can't earn their money. Gangs don't earn their money. They rob people on the street. That's how corny the gang is on the streets. They have to rob people to earn money. So since I came back home from war, I think people are doing things on purpose. As you know for a fact that I'm a disabled combat veteran after 9/11 attack. So this is the information I collected over the years as I served my country. I think the reason why I met people back home is, how many people does it take to steal the lottery ticket? I think some of the law enforcement has to be involved. When we got attacked on 9/11, some of the cops were involved with 9/11. As they set you up to get blown up in IEDs and convoys as a soldier. But I'm a stupid idiot. People treated me stupid my whole life. I don't know how to solve things. As I am a really good person. My best subject was math. They gave me A's and B's in math in high school. And we all know math is super harder in high school. But I'm a stupid Commiso. I've been bullied and made fun of my whole life because I was in special education class. And I think my family had it to deal with that, as people, as a corny gang outside made fun of me and jumped me around the corner as my lottery ticket was robbed from me. Nobody did anything when I got jumped, but somehow you all trying to get me in trouble as my missing lottery ticket was missing from me. So I think the reason why when I look out the window, people are mocking me on purpose. But I got friends too. A lot of people like Commiso. All my battle buddies like me in the military. A lot of wrestlers like me on the wrestling team. At one point, I felt like the whole high school liked me because I was a winning wrestler at one point in time. So I think since y'all follow my dad around, because my dad plays lottery tickets every single day. And if you do math like I do, someone that plays lottery tickets like my dad, eventually my dad should be able to win something from the lottery. That's lottery is all math. And my Uncle Leon got, according to my family, a drunken driver hit my Uncle Leon and killed my Uncle Leon straight on. So, I may be a gullible and I'm the kind of guy, oh, you must be a good friend to me because you're talking to me as I was a kid around here. But I think people moved around my family just to bully my family because I have a learning disability. I think a lot of my family members has a learning disability. But how people look and view each other as people, just because somebody has a learning disability does not mean you're smarter than that person. A person that is mentally challenged can be a genius and smarter than you. I think you look slower and more of an idiot to make fun of a mentally challenged and somebody has a learning disability. So, I'm not trying to get people in trouble I think you're all trying to get me in trouble on purpose as a disabled combat veteran after 9/11. Because you robbed my family in town around here. Because I helped my dad pick out lottery numbers ticket when I was a kid around here, and I told my dad, use our birthday dates of the family. And I did the same thing when I came back home from war. So now you have to keep lying. That's kids don't rob people because you have to keep lying your whole life. It's harder to keep lying than telling the truth. So the court has to keep lying to the public, to me as a soldier after 9/11. The monitor has to keep lying about me to get me in trouble. Because true Americans, there's Americans that really care about veterans and that they wouldn't put me through this as they are. So I think a lot to somebody to rob, if somebody wins a jackpot of a lottery ticket, you have to get some cops involved to pay off so they shut up people on the streets that you stole Commiso's lottery ticket. So since you robbed me for years as my family, you figure our family is stupid enough to get robbed again. Just because you rob somebody doesn't make us stupid. You're the one that's stupid that robs people as a corny gang outside. So I got haters back home mocking me when I look out the window as you jump my dad, and Uncle Leon apparently got hit by a drunken driver in Trenton. And even if you're drunk driving down the road, it's kind of difficult to drive fast in Trenton as there's cars on the road, as the streets in Trenton are super small. as I think that cop shot that dog on purpose because they know we was watching. So not every cop is an honest cop. There are assholes outside, as a corny gang outside. I have a decent memory. As I grow older and learn about myself, I'm learning about my learning disability too. I believe that I'm little dyslexic. That's why it's difficult for me to read sometimes, as I have a speech impairment. I think my dad is dyslexic too. That's why he has trouble to read. My grandpa says my family's retarded. So I think there's a chance my grandpa's right, as every Commiso and McHugh were all thick-headed as a family. So I got robbed in Mercer Township. And now since you're a corny gang outside, you figure you can mock me because you figure gangs are tough on the streets. But we all know there's tougher people in the world as a corny gang outside. So the reason why you're all acting the way they are around me is because you're trying to get me in trouble. And I bet you $1 billion you had to open and close my case so many times to drag and monitor me this long. So the reason why you're monitoring me, because I'm a stupid idiot and don't know anything in the world as a Commiso, you're monitoring me because you want to get to know my family as a disabled combat veteran after 9/11 attack in New York City. She asked me all these questions all the time. And for a cop, she got a lot of damn tattoos on her too. And she's always asking about my family, like she's my friend. I'm a gullible soldier back home, and I believe everything I hear as a veteran after 9/11 on the internet back home. So, like I said, in the future, people are fed up of the gangs on the streets and the pussy terrorists online. There's not going to be gangsters and terrorists anymore. So people that are in the gang and terrorists, you have to find something else to do, because even you as a gang, you don't even get help by your own gang members on the streets. So I'm being mocked. We are poor family from Trenton that moved to Mercer. So sometimes, not everybody, I felt people wanted to get to know me in schools and wanted to be my friend around here. You all think I don't have any friends because people made fun of me and called me names back home. But I'm a really nice person. So I must have a lot of friends as Commiso. But nowadays, you guys, how people treat each other, no. People like Commisos. People like McHughes. So my family's got a lot of my family's a really big family. I don't even know all my family members. According to my family, there's a rich side of my family as Commiso, and there's a rich side of my McHugh side. I'm on the poor side of the family. And I know people are making fun of me when I make YouTube videos as your hometown hero. Because if they really cared about me, they would turn their lights on across the street and say, I'm sorry for mocking you as a soldier after 9/11 attack in New York City. But they won't, because I believe Commisos got robbed for years around here. As I'm having missing mail around here. This is not a bad neighborhood. Just because some corny ass gang outside moved across the street, Mercer is considered a tight neighborhood. So I believe since I've been on the internet since the 80s. If you really think about it, it's kind of, I was born before the Back to the Future movie. So I guess everybody watched the whole world watched Back to the Future movie. And they must have took things from the movie and didn't even, you was trying to, this is how you can rob people in the future because of the Back to the Future movie. And you didn't even get the movie at all. So, as I was born in 1985, around that time, the computer and the internet was created and invented around that time. As I was born before the first Back to the Future came out. So technically, I've been on the internet as Commiso. If I had a profile, maybe I have to explain things because I'm a stupid idiot that has to explain things to people. Just because you don't have a profile on the internet, you're still on the internet. So I've been on the internet around here since the 80s and 90s on these streets. I grew up around here. So a few assholes mocking me when I look out the window. And I'm a stupid idiot that don't understand as a disabled combat veteran when the soldiers gets mocked on the internet back home. So I feel the reason why I keep going to court back home is you're the one that robbed me as Commiso, and you're trying to get me in trouble as I recognize some of the faces when you put me away on the internet. And as the same people that send me pop-up ads are the same people that robbed me. But I'm a stupid idiot. I'm a slow Commiso. I was in special education classes my whole life with a speech impediment. But I'm a stupid idiot that does not understand when somebody mocks me as a disabled combat veteran after 9/11 attack. That sucks. You know, people like Commiso. I know there's people, I got friends out there. But there's few assholes that bully you and make you believe that you're not cool enough to party with, or not cool enough to hang with, or not cool I'm not smart enough. I bet you that people made fun of Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein did not start. He didn't talk until he was 12 years old. So his parents and people in school thought Albert Einstein was mentally challenged because he didn't talk till he was 12. I was a shy, quiet kid. I had trouble socializing with students and teachers in school. Maybe I felt embarrassed of my speech impairment, and I felt like I wasn't smart enough to be part of the conversation. But how people bully you, they make you believe even more that I'm not smart enough to be part of the conversation. As Albert Einstein got bullied by kids. Anybody, I bet every celebrity, every genius in the world got bullied. So, Stephen Hawking got bullied. Galileo got bullied. Isaac Newton got bullied. George Washington got bullied. I mean, Benjamin Franklin and probably George Washington. Thomas Edison got bullied. H.G. Wells got bullied. Jules Verne got bullied. I bet Michael Jackson as a kid got bullied. And I could think Michael Jackson was a genius in music. Abraham Lincoln got bullied. Marilyn Monroe got bullied. Because you all got jealous of them in school as people on the streets. So I bet a lot of celebrities get bullied for who they are as a person. Because then, even though I may have a decent amount of friends that care about me, there are assholes that mock me since I came back home as a disabled combat veteran. So when I go to court, they disrespect me so many times at court as a human being, as an American citizen. And still, as they mocking me that they're monitoring my computer while I make my YouTube videos, they think since I didn't post my video on YouTube, nobody knows that I'm making a video at this moment, at this time. So that's how stupid people are that rob you on the streets. So they're being mean to me for a reason, as my dad got jumped around here as a corny ass gang outside. And it would have been cool to hang with. My dad keeps telling me, you're just like Uncle Leon. And my Uncle Leon had a big heart. He cares about kids. I do care about kids. I don't want to see kids harmed. I get mad. You would have had to kill me if you harmed my kitty cat in this apartment. I would have figured out how to knock you all out to protect my cat in this apartment. That's how big my heart is as your hometown hero that served this country. So, yeah, I think the reason some of the people became friends with my family around here is to rob them more, as apparently, according to my grandpa, my family's retarded. He had the old school comedy. My grandpa's not making fun of the mentally challenged. He's trying to joke with my family and everything. So I got haters around here. And it seems that people pick fights with you as a veteran on purpose, as you all know that I served my country after 9/11 attack around here. But like I said, I'm the little guy in the family. I have a big family. Commisos all over New Jersey and New York. McHughes are all over New Jersey, and my family has a funny way of standing up for me as Commiso. So I don't think my family hates me. I just don't understand my family because Grandpa told me my family's retarded. So I think Uncle Leon stood up for my dad, and you got mad at Uncle Leon as you got mad and robbed my dad on the street around here. So you know across the street that I'm a veteran. So should be no issue when I look out the window in America in the state of New Jersey around here. As I told the law that there's weird Wi-Fi names around here on my router around here. So I'm not a mean person. When I wave at you, I'm trying to say hi to you. But the person across the street looks like the same person that was living below me as I got robbed around the corner. So that's the reason why I got mad at him. As the way he walks and talks is the way he walked and talked when he was living below me around the corner. As there's how many gangs in the world? There's only one gang in the world. You all can name each other different names and try to hide from things, but technically, nowadays there's only one gang in the world. Because not everybody wants to be in a gang. It's kind of corny to be in a gang. So, I got robbed and jumped around the corner just to get jumped in my own apartment while, as a kid, apparently that dog didn't do shit to get shot like that. And even cops can get fired in the law, and the judge and the monitors all can get fired for mocking me as a soldier after 9/11 attack. Because true Americans won't do that to a veteran after 9/11. So, I'm a normal person. So, the people that hack in my computer knows exactly what time I look out the window. I'm not smart enough to figure that one out. So, as I got haters across the street that can't turn their lights on, because apparently I feel like I'm being mocked because I was in Black Ops and we couldn't turn our lights on in convoys because of snipers or getting blown up in the convoy. So I believe the reason why your lights are off for a reason every night and every day. So being bullied sucks, and people that keep robbing the same person is an idiot. We're not, just because somebody's mean to us as a family at Commiso McHughes, or somebody's mean to a person, doesn't make us stupid. I didn't tell people back home to call me names and make fun of me at court around here. So, yeah, I know I have a family and friends, and nowadays how people treat each other, you question things. The few assholes in the world make you question things. That's why people don't trust each other in the world anymore, because of the few assholes outside. They all dropped out of high school to be an asshole outside to the disabled combat veteran after 9/11 attack in New York City. So they're making me feel bad when I go to court, where, well, if the damn law is monitoring the internet, they know exactly what is on the internet, and I shouldn't be pulled out and picked out and bullied as your hometown hero in the state of New Jersey and Mercer. Sometimes when I went to Hooters, I felt people went to Hooters because I went to Hooters. I guess that would be called Matrix. I don't think a lot of people understand the Matrix movies because they want to be doing what they're doing and there be no Matrix on the internet. So sometimes when I go to Hooters or go to this store, go to this, I think you guys are there for a reason, as you know exactly when I turn off my computer as the Matrix online around here. So I did wave at the people across the street. I try to greet people like Commiso greets people, because I have a good heart like Uncle Leon, as my dad has a good heart, my mom has a good heart, my brother's got a good heart. Basically, my uncles, my family, my aunts. I got one more grandmom in the world. And even my landlord, I feel like my landlord has a good heart. My family has a big heart, not just Uncle Leon. And I'm super nice to people. But I stand up for myself as a Commiso. You all heard the stories around here. I was offered to join the Bloods around here, and I turned the guy down. I said, no, I don't want to join the Bloods. I think it's stupid. And I joined the military and served my country. So kids, you could say no to a corny ass pussy gang outside in the streets nowadays. And if they kill you as a kid, the more pussy you all look as a corny gang outside. That's how it works. So I got a few assholes that dragging my case out because they want to make an example of me as a disabled combat veteran after 9/11. And it's not a coincidence that I recognize some faces when you put me in that jail cell around here. It's not a coincidence that their lights are off 24 hours a day across the street as a disabled combat veteran. It's not a coincidence when I look out the window. It must be my fault because I look out the window as a soldier to get mocked when I look out the window. So the guy was like this, like, oh, we threw your lottery ticket in the garbage and we found it, and so that means that it was right for us to steal our lottery ticket outside as a corny gang outside. So they're trying to intimidate me as they rob me on the streets as the hardcore Mercer. I don't know. It's like they watch a lot of movies to learn how to be a corny gang outside, but they're using the same steps for the gangs that get caught in the movies. So I feel like I am doing the right things on the internet, but since I got robbed and I'm a special education student, they're trying to make me feel stupid at court around here as on the wrestling team. I had the other schools, people making fun of me on the wrestling team because, oh, you must join the wrestling team because you want to grab ass men, stuff like that. I must be a punk, a pussy because I wear glasses on the wrestling team, as you all tried. They all tried the same wrestling moves on me, and they got mad at me because they tried the same wrestling moves, but it didn't. I still made you look like a pussy on the wrestling team. So now I think there's jealous people around here. People got jealous of me on the wrestling team, so now they think it's okay to make fun of me and bully me back home as a disabled combat veteran after 9/11. As in the military, they train you to defend myself. So as a veteran, I'm trying to defend myself as you all act like the court around here don't know what sex is in the 21st century. So I'm even getting bullied at court around here. Because we must be slow, stupid McHughes and Commisos that moved from Trenton to Mercer, and you're all allowed to bully us as a corny gang outside. So I think my family is trying to stand up for me as my family stood up for Uncle Leon. And they're doing it a certain way, I guess. Because I tried to get, even though I was in special education class, I felt bad that I had a speech impediment there. So I tried to hide that in school. I tried to hide the fact that I had a learning disability because I didn't want people to know that I had a speech impediment and I had trouble speaking, saying words. So I kind of hid that in all the schools around here. I try to hide the fact because how the students make you feel as a special education class. I tried to hide the fact that I was in school. I felt bad that I wasn't taking regular classes. I had to learn in this different way. But I still learned the same classes as the regular classes. They just taught me a different way. So even though y'all making fun of me back home, sending me in I don't even think you're allowed to keep monitoring me like that and dragging out my case like that. I think you're breaking the law to trying to get me in trouble with the law back home so hard as your hometown hero, because what type of Americans go out of the way to set their veterans up back home to get in trouble? The people that robbed you and jumped you on the streets as a corny gang outside. So, no, I don't believe everybody hates Commiso. As when they put out a rumor about Michael Jackson, I don't think everybody started hating Michael Jackson like that. But you did make Michael Jackson feel bad. That's the reason why Michael Jackson acted the way he did. Because he couldn't believe if Michael Jackson had all these friends and fans, he couldn't believe that people would turn on you just like that on the internet. You would figure people would have stood up for Michael Jackson as friends and family and fans. I'm your disabled combat veteran after 9/11 attack. It's very hard and difficult to believe that there's that many haters on me as court around here to bully. You're trying to pick on me and bully me to get in trouble on purpose as the law around here. That's why I get hacked on my computer the way I do. I still don't believe I get updated sites. Because I'm a special education class student. I don't know who's hacking me in town while their lights, and they don't watch TV at all across the street. But there's weird Wi-Fi names around here. So if they don't watch TV in their house, how hard is it to figure out who's using my router around here? But I'm a stupid idiot as Commiso. You know, I was a really good soldier. I could have stayed in the military. They offered me money to stay in the military. But I felt like I had to come back home to my family as Grandpa died. You know, I got to hang with Grandpa before he died as I came back home, as I got out of the military. I felt like I had to hang with my family because I'm glad that I'm a Commiso and a McHugh. Commiso and McHughes are a strong name. In history, Commiso in Italy, we got our own damn military as Commiso in Italy. We got our own goddamn castle as Commiso. We got our own damn airport as Commiso in Italy. We got a whole goddamn town in Sicily as Commisos. And McHughes in Ireland, or England, Ireland. Man, there was a McHugh on Titanic. I looked up on Titanic the names to who was on Titanic. There was a McHugh on Titanic. I wonder if that was my great-great-grandma. As when you go to Ireland, there's McHugh's street names all over McHugh's. My name is royalty. Commiso is a royalty name. Even McHugh is a royalty. So it's kind of weird that my parents met up and both of the families are royalty. I'm an American citizen, but back in my past history, I was royalty as a family. That's pretty cool, man. To get picked and bullied on as your hometown hero as an American citizen. So I got O positive blood. That means in the military, a lot of people can use my blood because I got the O positive blood. I have a rare blood type. It's not the rarest blood type, but I got O positive blood type, and anybody can use my blood. That's how royalty my blood is. As I donated 2 big black bags of blood, and that they needed blood at war to save soldiers' lives, and since my blood was O positive, I gave 2 big bag. These bags were like this big, 2 of them. I'm shocked that I didn't pass out giving that much blood down that one day. And I must have saved somebody's life because I have O positive blood and saved somebody's soldier's life at war. I'm an American hero. I should not get treated like shit because there's some corny ass gang outside. I did a lot of good things in my life for the court to keep monitoring my computer like they do. So they're monitoring my computer for a reason. As I got weird Wi-Fi and hidden networks around here. I can't believe you would name your Wi-Fi name like that after 9/11 while Americans searching for bad guys that attacked the 9/11 attack. So I think you're an idiot to name your Wi-Fi around here like that. But like I said, the reason why the Wi-Fi names the way they are, and the reason why I look out the window and the way to do the things you do, because you know for a fact that I'm a disabled combat veteran after 9/11 attack. As you watch on YouTube, how they set up the soldiers to get blown up on the internet, you look like assholes. And I don't want to be an asshole. I'm glad that I'm an American hero and served my country. You got more problems than I do as assholes outside. As they try to set me up as a soldier to get blown up in the convoy. Now they found out being a terrorist and gangsters is the worst thing in the world to be in the 21st century after 9/11 attack. So now they're going to try to set me up on using the internet as people got weird Wi-Fi names around here. So they're going out of way to go, even though they robbed me and I had to win a lottery ticket around the corner, and they still going to try to get me in trouble and rob me now. I'm a really good guy. I have a really big heart. I can forgive people. Assholes on the streets. That's why there's still assholes on the streets, because they can't learn how to forgive people. If I won the lottery ticket, that means I am smart enough to win another lottery ticket. So you know what? I bet that lottery ticket that they stole from me, they're having a worse time having that lottery ticket than me winning the lottery ticket. So now I know I can win the lottery. So now all I had to do is keep trying, because I know how to pick out numbers. I know how to pick out numbers. So do I just sit around and allow people to mock me and make fun of me as a special education student and let that bother me? If I didn't let the bad guys at war bother me as Commiso, and I made goofy videos in their country and made people laugh in their country at war, why would I allow people to bother me now? Oh wow, you know how people go to jail nowadays. Everybody goes to jail. So that's not an effect on me either as your hometown hero. Whippy do, everybody goes to jail. That's nothing new on television. They put everybody away as they're a corny gang outside. So I can overcome that too. I could keep making my goofy videos. I like making videos. I like talking about things. I was a shy, quiet kid and kept everything in because I felt bad putting other people down or making fun of people, or I don't want to do that. That's why, as a shy, quiet kid, I kept my feelings to myself so I don't make the other person feel bad about themselves. So I have to make YouTube videos. I'm my own goddamn therapist back home as Commiso, as y'all sit there and still trying to find more information about me as your soldier back home. So the only reason why people are trying to find more information about me, they must be the bad guys that's trying to harm me on the internet, and that's the reason why they're trying to find more information about me. But I didn't grow up to be an asshole. I didn't grow up to be a hater. My family is a really cool family. And a lot of bad events happen in my family. Uncle Leon died, Grandma died, Grandpa died, Grandpa died, great-great-grandma died. People I delivered a newspaper, the lady died with cancer. I don't know if the guy's okay. That person that delivered the newspaper died. My best friend Patrick Baldwin died with cancer, leukemia. The person in basic training, my battle buddy, I talked to him. I can't pronounce his word because I got speech impediment, died in basic training. And when we came back home from war, not everybody came back home from war. I noticed that when I was in formation. But I know how to hold American flag. I can march with the I can still march. I know what left right means still. I did a lot of, the reason why I got medals in the military is because I earned them in the military as a Commiso that served this country. So when people talk to me like, hey, this guy, I don't know what this guy's problem is. You know, yeah, I get it. The gang is tough and big and bad and shit. The corny gang outside in the 21st century or something. I don't know. Well, I don't get this guy. It bothers me. As my family says, somebody's picking on the landlord. And how hard is it to turn the lights on in the 21st century? I only got like $98 in my account, and I could turn my lights on. I don't get, everybody thinks I get a lot from the government, but I'm only collecting combat PTSD and everything. But I'll be able to turn my lights on. So if somebody can afford to buy a house and keep the house, they'd be able to turn the lights on. So it's obvious that they're riding off my route around here because they have to mock me as a corny gang outside. And people wasn't like that towards each other back in the day. People were actually neighbors around here and friends. People were so much of neighbors around here. Your kids was allowed to trick or treat around here. But since you're all a corny gang outside that claim they can't turn their lights on across the street, I have to get bullied. Because I guess I'm that nice guy in the world. And we all know the nice people dies on the street. It's not a corny gang outside. So kids, just because they look like they're tough as a group, they had to be part of a group to be tough outside as a corny gang outside. I'm just one person as a soldier after 9/11. In a free country, your kids should be able to go to school in a free country and learn how to be an independent American citizen and be able, the whole point people come to America for American goals and dreams online and everything. Not get screwed over and jerked off by some corny ass gang outside. I can't believe people attacked America in the first place as people moved to America. So there's only a few assholes. As the streets make it believe everybody's an asshole and trying to make you look bad as a hometown hero, I still believe people like Commiso. Because I'm that nice guy that would have protected my battle buddies at war and died at war. And I'm lucky to be alive right now, how the internet is and how mean the world is. And we don't even have to be mean to each other as people in the world. So I apologize if I take you the wrong way across the street. But it just seems sometimes people do things on purpose just to irritate me as a disabled combat veteran. As they're trying to get me in trouble at court while they claim they give me a deal back home. They must feel like American heroes to jump me around here and then give me a deal at court. Oh, we're heroes. We're going to help you out at court. We got you in trouble at court in the first place, but now we're all going to give you a deal and make you, we're all heroes now because we're giving you a deal at court around here. How many veterans had to go to court back home from war? How many veterans are in jail and prison right now and at court? All heroes. We serve our country to come home, to get put in jail and prison, to get mocked on the street, to get shot by assholes as heroes back home, as veterans, just for the Action News to talk shit about each other as veterans. So I apologize if I'm upset and don't understand my hometown, as I got enough big family and friends to stand up for me back home as a corny ass gang outside. The reason why that American flag is still flying high in the sky in America is because of the fallen heroes that served and protect this country. So it sucks when I look out the window because I don't understand what you're doing to me. So while you all act like it's so hard to figure out who's on my computer nowadays in the 21st century, but it's that easy to figure out who's on my computer nowadays. So all I could do is keep being nice to people. I don't know how to be mean to people. I know people know that Commiso gets mad and around here. And that's the reason why you're trying to irritate me around here. But, you know what? To get this far in life and how mean the world is, and to travel the world, how mean the world is, and to hang with my battle buddies, and I'm a soldier. Look at my units on my arm. I don't know. I guess this doesn't mean anything at my hometown court. You all act like you never saw this flag in your whole life. But everybody saw this flag online as the soldiers die on the internet. So everybody knows this type of flag. And see the unit on my arms and everything. So yeah, I don't understand the conflict back home in the state of New Jersey as your hometown hero, as a disabled combat veteran after an army. So sometimes I watch my videos and say, I don't want to, I didn't make videos to be a hater, man. I don't want to be a hater. If somehow I become a rapper, I don't want to be a hater rapper. I don't want to rap about streets. I want to create my own music. I don't want to rap about the same shit. That's over the time, rapping the same shit. Oh, he had a hard life. Now he had a hard life. Now he had a hard life on the streets, and rap about it crap. That's not the meaning of rap, man. That's why rap was cooler back in the day. Because people can rap about anything and be cool on the streets and don't have to get shot because of the rap song. Nowadays, the only reason why you shot that rapper is because you can't rap yourself and you're jealous as fuck. Instead of being best friend is supporting people. So somebody must have got jealous of Tupac. Oh, in the world we live in, somebody got jealous of Tupac and Biggie because they're the tough gangster outside, but Tupac and Biggie can rap better than any gangster in the world. Tupac and Biggie can rap any terrorist outside, any corny ass gang outside. As it was obvious that Tupac Biggie wanted to make something out of themselves. So that's why sometimes the rappers has to be hard because of the corny streets. While you all were kids that grew up and listened to the same music in the world as an adults, you all turn out to be assholes. But if you actually listen to rap song, the rapper is telling you, don't be a rapper. You can be something better in the world. And there'll be world peace in the world. If everybody understood rap music. But you all drop out high school students and gangs in the world, and since you didn't actually read that book, you start trouble in the world and became haters on rap songs. You're trying to listen, as a corny gang outside, you're trying to listen to rap songs to be cool and tough because you listen to rap songs. But you didn't understand the rap song you want to be in a gang in the first place outside. That's what Tupac and Biggie was trying to rap about. I have a CD that Tupac and Biggie rapped together. I have a CD that Tupac and Biggie was rapping together. I found it on eBay. I think it's a rare CD because I think Tupac and Biggie wanted to rap together, and since I got Tupac and Biggie on a C1 CD. That's in the CD world. It's in my CD. I like collecting music. If I hear something good, I try to find, I use YouTube a lot to trying to find the music that I forgot about or I heard before, and something new, it sounds good and everything. So I collect music. So, but in the world we live in, it don't matter what you do on the internet. Somehow the streets that you all came up with is going to bully you and make fun of you. So if I'm a veteran, and you know I'm a veteran, and apparently you all know what I did at war, back home at court, you want to be mocking me. That's the same thing with rap music. If you understood the rap song, there'd be no gangs in the world, there'd be no terrorists in the world, as you motherfuckers grew up with Michael Jackson music around here. So it's all bullshit. Your kids got to grow up in a bullshit world because you all decided to be a punk and hater outside. People call me a punk because I wore glasses on the wrestling team, but the corny group of gang outside is more punk than me. But they bullying me as a veteran back home. So I'm the kind of guy that stands up for people. I was trying to stand up for my brother in his Jeep around the corner, and apparently you must have known that that was my brother's Jeep as a veteran back home. That's the reason why you called me names. So I had a winning lottery ticket, and apparently the landlord around the corner mocking me and said, "No, we won no lottery ticket." So they must have sneaked in my apartment when I was sleeping and stole the lottery ticket right out of my wallet. You lucky you didn't harm my kitty cat. They mocked me too when they come and try to fix something in the apartment. They mocked me that they was playing with the cat when I wasn't around. So they was in my apartment when I was not there playing with my cat. You lucky you didn't harm my cat. My landlord I grew up around here downstairs gave me that cat. And I'm an animal person. So I didn't tell people to call me names. I didn't tell my hometown to call me names. I don't know how. I don't know how many haters are on a goofy, nice guy in the world, but it seems like you're jealous of me that I served my country around here. So I have to get bullied as my dad got jumped, not beat up. There's a difference between getting beat up than getting jumped by a corny gang outside. So I'm doing my best, as they claim this is the hardest street in the world in Mercer Township. But you all made the streets hard. You don't even have to have a ghetto in the world. You all made that ghetto. You all could fix the community and the streets, and there have to be a corny ass gang outside. So I didn't do nothing to nobody. I'm the one that got jumped around the corner, and nobody. I was covering blood. I had to wash the blood because I think some of the blood was off of him too, as I think they split my lip before they split my lip in this apartment. They busted. My nose was bloody. My whole face was covered in blood. I should have washed my face off, but I felt like I had to wash the blood off my face so I won't catch anything. So there's a reason why I got jumped around the corner, as I had a missing lottery ticket. So, I have to move on, because you know what? They're having more trouble robbing me as a Commiso back home than, man, I can win the lottery for real, because I know how to pick out numbers. They don't. They dropped out of school as a corny gang outside. I could do better math than somebody robbing me over and over and over and over again. They don't know how to do math. So I guess forgiveness. I have to forgive the assholes that attacked 9/11, because my life is going to be miserable worrying about some asshole online. So Americans have to forgive the assholes that attacked us in 9/11. And America's got to move on. We all act like America can't rebuild things. I think they should put the dark Batman building where the Twin Towers were. They should put a Batman building. You know how in the movies Gotham got Bruce Wayne? They should make a Bruce Wayne with a Twin Towers building, Batman building, and that building will defend itself. If anything attacks that building will defend itself. We're smart enough as Americans to build in New York City a Bruce Wayne Batman building. As you all act like bad guys hate Batman, everybody, no matter who you are in the world, everybody likes Batman. And as your hometown hero, even though you all call me a punk, I still stood right back up as your hometown hero and stood up to a corny gang outside as your hometown hero for you the guys that keep sending me to court and acting like Bruce, a billionaire, could defend a court off, dude. So it just seems like I'm getting gold take, as you act like I get a lot from the government in the first place. And that's what they do. That's what you did to Michael Jackson. You knew Michael Jackson was a billionaire, and you decided to harm his name as Michael Jackson and take from him. But not everybody's like that. When I was a kid, I was a gullible, nice, shy kid in school, and I thought everybody in school was my friend. That's how gullible I was as a student in school around here. But I'm a disabled combat veteran after 9/11. I don't mind living alone with my cat for the rest of my life. Because I still have to organize the things that I got from around the world. The tigers that was in my videos at Ray Barracks, I still got my tigers from Ray Barracks when I made my videos in Ray Barracks. I got things that I collected when I traveled the world up in the attic. All I need is a real big bookshelf, and I can bring all my stuff down from the attic and put it on the... So as a veteran, I'm not worried about you guys. I'm not a bully. I'm the one that got bullied. I got picked on in school because I had I was so blind in high school, and people made, I guess when you have glasses, people make fun of you. Not everybody. I feel a few people in school was my friends, but there are assholes in the world. We all know that as the world online. And people don't want to use the internet to see assholes online. People got their lives of their own to worry about some asshole on the internet. As every country got some type of freedom in their country, as Americans, we don't want to be controlled as Americans. So we're not going to be controlled by some corny ass gang or pussy terrorists online. So this is not a third world country. I have rights. If you didn't find what was the reason why you had to do what you did in the first place, so to keep monitoring me as the law, then I feel like you're only doing the things to irritate me, to get me in trouble on purpose. That's not how the law works in America. So that's why I feel like making these videos. I have to stand, as the military taught me to defend myself, as I was on the wrestling team in schools around here. I make these videos as I feel like, how hard is it to make your heroes feel like American heroes back home? So I have to move on. I'm not an asshole. I don't have to worry about an asshole. I have a good heart. I care about people, but I care about myself too, and I feel like I deserve more in life. Every hometown hero, every veteran that came home deserves to have a good life, and I deserve a good life too. So I have to I collect things. That's why I don't understand my therapy or the court. I collect things to calm myself down. I collect things on the internet and go to flea markets to calm myself down. As I should go back into drawing things. As they're mocking me that they're monitoring my computer again. As I don't think you had allowed to be monitoring me that long in the first place as a disabled combat veteran after 9/11. Because you could tell that I try to make art on my computer. I've been making art on my computer for years. That's why I don't understand this justice system in the state of New Jersey after 9/11 as a disabled combat veteran. I've been making art for years on my Facebook account for everybody all looking around and looking at evil. I know how people are. Just because I was in a special education class, and when people give you these evil eyes like they want to jump me when I'm asleep, that's how tough the motherfuckers are. They jump you when you're asleep in Mercer Township. And I gotta move on for that, because they're all tough, but they can't handle me as a disabled combat veteran after 9/11. So kids, don't join terrorist groups or gangs, because in the end, they're all pussies in the end. Because that's the reason why they joined the gang in the first place, because they have other people protected them as a corny gang outside. As a disabled combat veteran after 9/11 attacks. So I am a real man. I am a real hero. I flew all around the world after 9/11. I served my country in some desert. I was in the worst part of the world after 9/11. As you all were chilling in Mercer as a corny gang outside in a free American country. So, I guess that's all I have to say about now, because I have to come up with more words. I guess when you become a leader in the military, you have to learn how to be a public speaker in the military, as if I was a higher rank and I had to talk to the formation, or so I don't have exactly, I didn't go to school for everything. So maybe my public speaking is not the greatest, but at least when I speak, I pour out my heart. Nowadays, people don't pour out their heart when they speak. I pour out my heart when I speak. I've tried to help with my videos. When you're in the military, you learn as an NCO and an officer in the military. My speeches should help the other soldiers out and get them further in the military. So as a Commiso, as a veteran, I don't want my battle buddies feel that they don't belong, because a lot of people make veterans feel like they don't belong back home as my hometown. But every veteran that came back home alive belongs back home in their hometown. So I don't want my I want my battle buddies to, we are stubborn veterans. We're gonna live past our hundreds after 9/11. People try to mock you and bully you as veterans. We're gonna live long age. You have to deal with us back home as veterans, as we're gonna live past our hundreds. And we as veterans are gonna do that just to irritate you, as how hard it is to make your veterans feel like heroes. So as Commiso, I'm stubborn. I have a stubborn, thick-headed family. I'm going to live past my hundreds as your hometown hero, just to irritate you, as you irritate and mock me as a disabled combat veteran after 9/11. So the rest of my life, you're going to just have to deal with my hometown hero back to me as a hometown hero, as my battle buddies too. As we are superheroes as veterans. You should make your veterans feel like superheroes do. You know how they make superhero movies? I think veterans should be in that movie as a superhero movie. As my favorite superhero is Batman. And the reason why I like Batman, because Batman doesn't have any powers. Batman is a genius. Batman can think like the criminals. Batman don't have no superhero powers. He uses billions of dollars to protect his body from people that does have superhero powers. So Batman is a realistic person, is a human being that doesn't have powers, but Batman is still a superhero. So Batman is my favorite superhero, comic book hero, as a disabled combat veteran after 9/11. And I bet every veteran's got their own superhero, as Flash, Superman. You got to include the women in the military too. Women got more goddamn balls as the pussy bloods, eclipse, and terrorists in the world in the military, as the women in the military, as their women Marines and Army and women in the military. So you got Superwoman, Supergirl, you got, there's a woman Hawk. They gotta put the woman Hawk in the movie. There's a lot of women are a lot tougher than they appear to be in the 21st century. That's why I'm shy around women, and I get nervous around women because y'all act like women are the weakest link, but no, the women are not the weakest link, and a woman could knock out a fucking pussy terrorist in a gang outside nowadays. So I guess it's best for my shy personality to be alone for now, because I don't understand women. And being alone with my cat, I understand my cat more than I understand people or women. So I'm proud that I make these videos, because even though I feel like I'm being made fun of or whatever people do nowadays, maybe my videos will help the other veterans out, because a lot of veterans went through a lot of shit coming back home as veterans, and there's veterans that lost their arms, lost their legs. There's veterans that got blown up by IEDs, and they can't be in the sun no more. That's how much bad they got blown up with IEDs. So if I help few people, that's cool with me. Yeah, and people make fun of me, then they must don't understand what having a personality or what comedy means. Or they just doing that because they're the assholes in the world. So this is your disabled combat veteran after 9/11 attack in New York City. Michael Commiso and the Battle Buddies online as your hometown hero. Heroes. I include the Battle Buddies. Heroes. I know I'm not the only hero back home.